joined by two of my colleagues, Sylvia Arenas and Magdalena Carrasco. Both council members are strongly supporting this effort to expand our affordable housing stock with accessory dwelling units. And I appreciate everybody coming inside the last minute here. We were hoping to do something outdoors, but it appears the weather may not be complying with us. And so we may be announcing at the end of this, not just a subsidy program for ADUs, but also for ARCs to help folks survive the incoming, 4 days of what rain we got coming? Okay, so we're here with several partners who are really critical to this effort. Kevin Zwick in the Housing Trust in Silicon Valley is a critical partner and expert in this effort. They have been working on a financing tool to help ensure that accessory dwelling units be more available to more homeowners, and Kevin will be telling us more about that very important product, which will be up and running a bit later this year. Nathan Ho from the Silicon Valley Leadership Group is here. They'll be working on an effort with us to see how we can get the private sector partners to reduce the cost of these units. Obviously, the private sector is going to be critical in all of this. Todd and Cindy Sue are here. They're the owners and executives here at Advantage Homes. You are in one of their products right now, and they'll be telling you a little bit about these prefabricated units and how we can enable more of these homes to get into the yards throughout San Jose. And then our most important partner of all is Monica Nanez. And Monica is a homeowner because none of this is going to work unless we have homeowners who are willing and interested in making it happen. And Monica just happens to be one of those homeowners, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her journey here. So let me just start with the most unremarkable observation, which is that we're in a housing crisis. We have seen recent data now. The average salary for a teacher in the Bay Area is about $77,000. If you look at the 225 zip codes throughout the Bay Area, less than 2%, only 5 zip codes are zip codes in which those teachers can afford to pay the rent based on standard affordability measures. We are in a crisis, and we know that one key obstacle to our efforts to address this crisis and building more housing, particularly affordable housing, is the cost of construction. It costs about $650,000 a unit today to build an apartment in the city of San Jose. Lots of variables that can drive those numbers up or down. And if we just look at the need in Santa Clara County for extremely low income housing, 45,000 households need extremely low income housing. That represents a collective cost between the private and public sector of about $30 billion. That is the magnitude of the challenge that we face. And so quite simply, there is no way we are going to solve this crisis $650,000 at a time. We need to be able to bend the cost curve. We need to disrupt the market to find a more innovative way of getting housing built in our very expensive valley. And we know what those key drivers of costs are. Land being the critical one. The cost of land has been accelerating, obviously, for the last several decades. But accessory dwelling units offer us the opportunity to be able to build housing without any land cost. That is, the homeowner already has the land. We know that the city impact fees have gotten in the way, and so council members and I are proposing to waive impact fees on accessory dwelling units, and in fact to offer a forgivable loan for those homeowners who are willing to restrict the rents on any accessory dwelling units to ensure that these will be guaranteed to be affordable. We know that these accessory dwelling units can provide a source of income for homeowners who are struggling to pay their mortgage and to get by in today's expensive valley. And of course, what we're seeing from Todd Sue and Cindy Sue and other innovators in this space is that modular and prefabricated approaches to construction are driving costs down as well. And so in fact, we can bend this cost curve. And if we're able to do this at scale, we can change the nature of the market as well. What we're doing today is just a start. We've got a great loan product from the Housing Trust, and I'm so grateful for Kevin and his team and their innovative work on trying to find a better way to finance this effort for many homeowners who may struggle to find financing. this is one key start that we've got with the city effort as well. And as we grow and build momentum, you're going to hear more about private sector partnerships as well. So with that, let me simply introduce, where did Kevin go? There he is. He's over here. To tell you more about what the Housing Trust has been doing here in our valley, Kevin Swift. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, thank you very much. My name is Kevin Swick, and I'm the CEO of Housing Trust Silicon Valley. So at Housing Trust, we call San Jose home. While we work in the entire Bay Area, San Jose is our home. And we help everybody from the homeless to renters to first-time home buyers. And we're excited to work with the city of San Jose because they've consistently shared that same mission and have really been a leader in coming up with innovative ways to tackle the housing crisis. So when I say that we serve everyone, I really mean everyone, especially people who are part of this missing middle. Everybody, when I say everybody, I'm talking about the family of 5 who bought a home in the South Bay for the first time, and now they're going to be celebrating their 20th wedding anniversary this summer. When I say everybody, I mean the public school teacher who wants to live in the community that she serves in. When I say everybody, I mean the machinist who wants a shorter commute so that he can spend more time with his family while going back to school. So those are all real people that we helped who are part of the missing middle. So we're really excited about this particular strategy and how to keep working together to reduce barriers to creating more affordable housing, both in backyards and beyond. But the backyard part is exactly why ADUs are important for San Jose. The potential for ADUs in San Jose, we know that potential. So last July, the city revised their ADU ordinance, and it increased the number of single-family home lots where you could put an ADU. That went from about 100,000 homes to about 120,000 homes. And so that's a lot of potential for where we can help put a housing solution in somebody's backyard. Over that same time period, the number of actual ADU applications multiplied by nearly 5 in San Jose, from 70 to 350. So this interest and enthusiasm is there. I know on my street in San Jose, there's about 15 homes, and 2 families are actively, they keep coming and talking to me about ADUs. How do we do this? We want to do it. We have a kid who's coming back from college, and he's going to start work, and he can't find a place to live. Somebody else, and we see this about people coming to our ADU workshops, they say, we just want to help the housing crisis, and we have space in our backyard to do it. So ADUs are this great tool where we can incrementally add housing in single-family neighborhoods. And these are places where 4 or 5-story neighborhoods in the middle of a street obviously don't fit, but adding a small home in someone's backyard does. And the exciting thing about accessory dwelling units as well is that they're small size. It's not just that they can fit in a backyard. It's one of the most environmentally friendly ways to live. Your carbon footprint, the green impact of living in an ADU is greater than any other type of housing solution we can do. And then most importantly, ADUs are really what we like to call naturally occurring affordable housing. Homeowners who put accessory dwelling units in their backyard, we see from the data that they rent these at rates that are below the market rent. And we know that to be true. So for a variety of reasons, we're incredibly excited about teaming with the City of San Jose on these new strategies that Mayor Liccardo outlined. They build off of the work that we've been doing over the last year, doing education and workshops. And then as Mayor Liccardo said, we'll be coming out with additional financing tools at the Housing Trust later this year. So congratulations to San Jose for all the work they've done so far on ADUs and putting in place really exciting new plans to get more housing solutions in people's backyards. Thanks.
Thanks, Kevin. So for us to collectively say yes in my backyard, we need a homeowner who will say yes in my backyard. And thank goodness Monica Nunez is here to tell us about her plans. I know she's been working with the Housing Trust on their model to help her understand how she can navigate this process, and we look forward to her successful construction very soon. Monica?
Thank you, Mayor, for the very nice introduction. I'm really excited to be here today with the Housing Trust of Silicon Valley and with the mayor. I'm a homeowner in San Jose, like the mayor has just announced. I've been considering building an EDU for quite some time now, but I didn't really know how to go about this whole process. So I attended the ADU workshops provided by the Housing Trust, and they were excellent. They really helped me understand the process from beginning to end. And I also learned right off the bat how homeowners face this initial barrier of the permitting process and the permitting fees. We learned that it could cost up to $20,000. And so this program that is being announced today, I think is gonna be a huge help to homeowners like myself to overcome this initial barrier that we face. But perhaps more importantly, it's gonna help people like teachers have more access to affordable housing. I myself have had roommates that are teachers for the past 10 years, and so I see how they struggle to find housing. One of my closest friends is a teacher, and he's leaving the city of San Jose at the end of this school year because it's just not affordable to live here anymore. And there's other working folks who are so important, so valuable to our communities, and they deserve a place to live, and we want them to have a place to live. And so that's another reason why I'm so excited and thankful for this program. And so I look forward to hearing more about this program, and I hope that the City Council will support this proposal. Thank you. And next up is Todd.
Yes, CEO of Advantage Homes. Todd, thank you so much for hosting us today.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you for the introduction, Monica. Hello, everyone. I'm Todd Sue, President and CEO of Advantage Homes. We specialize in building prefab, modular, and backyard homes. Like Monica, I'm super excited the mayor and the city of San Jose have recognized the potential of ADUs in helping alleviate our housing shortage. This program will significantly cut costs for homeowners interested in building an ADU and provide affordable housing for San Jose families. I'm also grateful the mayor recognizes the potential role prefab and modular homes can play in scaling this program. Prefab homes provide a faster, affordable, and beautiful option for homeowners looking to build ADUs. If we want to tackle the high costs associated with building new housing, then the lower cost prefab homes offer an opportunity for many homeowners. As the mayor mentioned, solving our housing crisis will require all hands on deck, and we are ready to offer our support to the city as they look to develop their Yes in My Backyard affordable housing program. We will look forward to working with Mayor Liccardo and the city on this important initiative. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
And I think afterwards you'll be leading a tour, is that right,
Yes,
Todd?
I will.
So folks can take a look at the individual units that are here. And then finally, from the Silicon Valley Leadership Group, who's been an invaluable partner in so many ways, connecting the city and engaging the private sector in our work. Nathan Ho, who leads their housing initiatives, will be working on an effort in collaboration with the city in this very area. Nathan, welcome.
Great. Thank you, Mayor. I'm Nathan Ho, the Silicon Valley Leadership Group. I'm our Senior Director of Housing and Community Development. We partnered with the Silicon Valley Community Foundation a couple years ago to look at what is keeping or maintaining the Silicon Valley as a competitive region here. And we saw that just 2 years ago, we were seeing about 2,000 new residents coming to the valley. And just in the past 2 years, we now see a negative. We're losing about 100 residents per month. So we're losing the battle in terms of being a competitive region and because of our housing costs here. You heard the mayor talk about some of the stats that we have. $255,000. That is for the annual income that is needed to afford the median home price here in the valley. That is out of reach for so many. In my previous job, I worked in affordable housing. I spoke to a woman with 3 young kids who was renting a room for $1,800 a month. That was one room to share a bathroom with another family that was living in the other room. So we need to do better. And we are very excited to partner with the mayor and with the Housing Trust and our local housing partners such as Silicon Valley at Home, who are working on affordable housing issues. We look forward to exploring the opportunities of private investment in this program. We think this is a very viable and very exciting, innovative housing solution that is needed to move us forward. So the leadership group stands ready with you, Mayor, and we say yes in our backyard as well. Thank you.
We'll go to individual questions in just a moment. I just want to again thank council members Arenas and Carrasco, who've been great champions for affordable housing and equity in our city, for pushing forward with this initiative with me. And I think it's really critical to appreciate that we're learning as we're going here. We're going to be, the Housing Trust will be launching its loan product. We'll be, I hope, with council approval, launching our effort as well. And hopefully, we'll be learning lessons that will enable us to scale. And what do I mean by scale? Well, under the most recent liberalization of the rules that we have in the city, there are now 121,000 single-family parcels that could be eligible for the installation of an ADU. If you took simply a small percentage of that, even 5%, that would be a dramatic increase in our affordable housing production in this city. And imagine what we could do throughout the entire region. After all, we're just starting in the city of San Jose. This has great potential to scale if we can get it right. And with the partners we have here and with more partners to come, we look forward to having a region that says, yes, in my backyard. Thank you all for coming. We're all happy to answer questions individually if you have them for us now. Jessica.
Mayor, what's the support? I mean, putting a proposal out, what are you hearing from your colleagues on the council? Is this something that you think will be an easy do, or are you gonna have to do a little horse trading, or what?
Well, so I'm not actually allowed to talk to other colleagues than those who are in my Brown Act under the state law, but certainly the colleagues who are here could respond. If you like.
Oh, well, and I'm only responding because we are in the Brown Act, and so legally I can. And so I'm very supportive of this, and because I represent District 5, which is on the east side of San Jose, and the biggest problem that we have right now is overcrowding in very dense housing already. People who are having to leave the city of San Jose due to being priced out. Their children are being uprooted, they're leaving their friends, they're leaving the schools that they love. Families who are having to travel 2-3 hours from the Central Valley to work here in the city of San Jose. People who have been born and raised in San Jose are having to leave the city that they love. We have to find a solution, and so we're looking at every possible tool that we have in our toolbox. ADUs is not anything new for a lot of the families that have already lived here in San Jose. We used to call them granny flats. We used to call them, in-law quarters. And so this is nothing new for the city of San Jose. Now they're ADUs, and it's a wonderful solution. The possibility of converting garages as well is again another great opportunity for families who are willing to be able to open their homes and offer this as a housing solution. And so we're looking forward to being able to work with the Housing Trust and to work with our neighbors and our constituents so that they can offer this also to their family members or to their neighbors or to that single mom who's been sofa surfing. And we know a lot of them. They've been sofa surfing with a little one at their knee. So really looking forward to this.
I'm sorry, Councilmember Russell, do you want to?
Sure. I just want to add that, of course, I'm also supportive, and I'm really hopeful that our council colleagues can be just as supportive. And last night we voted on adding 8,000 housing units up in the north part of San Jose that we're calling Uptown. And so I think this is another very easy solution that I think when we put it in front of our colleagues, hopefully they'll say yes. And I just want to add to what Councilmember Carrasco was saying about that this is nothing really new. I grew up in the east side of San Jose, and my parents were very low income, and so part of having additional income meant renting out your garage. And so the first time they did it was without permits, and so it couldn't work, and they had to redo it and get permits. And so for a family like my family that I know are out there in the all around San Jose and the Bay Area, this can really provide them a solution for additional income. And we're waiving the fees and providing a loan program, so I think this is gonna definitely be a yes. Thank you.
And I just might add is, I know council members across Grand Rapids have been real champions on ensuring that we can legalize those garage conversions that are out there. We already know, we've got a lot of families that are living in garages right now. Part of this proposal is around, in fact, expanding these subsidies and fee eliminations to garage conversions, which we know will be a critical source of housing, extremely low-income housing in our city. And so that is part and parcel of this memorandum, which is also co-signed by Councilmember Pam Foley.
The devil's in the details here.
Yes.
You're waiving fees, or are you having forgivable loans?
Yeah.
Fees?
We're doing both.
Okay.
So we've got the impact fees, or fees like park fees, that apply throughout the city when you're rebuilding housing, and there is some larger impact on the community. We apply those fees to address that impact. The fees that you pay for processing would not be waived, but would be paid for through this forgivable loan, along with probably a significant amount of the construction costs as well. So we're both waiving a portion of those fees, that is the impact fees, and then the processing fees, which is what we need in order to pay our city employees to do the inspections and everything else. That's where our forgivable loan program will come in.
Are there rent caps?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
what-
it's related to how
Yeah.
long do the people have
Yes.
to offer as an affordable housing?
Right, so the proposal requires that at least 5 years of rent restrictions. We're gonna evaluate this with our housing department and come back to the council, and they'll come back with a precise number. But the idea is that there would be an extended period of committed affordability. And we'll learn more when they come back with the numbers, but at a minimum of 5 years. I think an important point is one that Kevin Swick made, which is this is naturally occurring affordable housing. Even without a rent restriction, typically these rents are much lower than what we're seeing out there on the market. So even if the period expires for the rent restriction, this is affordable housing we all need and can use.
Would the incentive still apply if it's for a family member, if the unit is intended for a family member?
We're trying to wrestle with the legal issues around that now, about to what extent we can restrict who exactly is in the unit if you're going to qualify for the city program. Now, the program the Housing Trust offers, as I understand it, is irrespective. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are some benefits that everyone can take advantage of. Others, we're trying to figure out exactly how legally we can ensure that this will be affordable housing.
Anyone else?
Okay.
Thanks, everybody. If you want,
We're all happy to-
interviews afterwards, we can do that.
Yeah, we're all happy to talk one-on-one. Thank you all for coming. Stay dry.